Fortnite. And we're back. Welcome to the Hypertrophy Odyssey chapter 31. It is the Vampire Killer Day. It is a Thursday, dreary Thursday. A lot of fog, but that makes sense because all the snow is going away and it's really weirdly warm. Anyway, we are on the way to the gym. We are in the old small car because the other car has a nail in a tire. And also, haven't used this car in about 2 weeks, so I gotta use it every once in a while. Anyways, today's workout briefing. I am feeling pretty good. Upper body feels great. My calves are beyond sore still from the Tuesday workout, which is insane. That's how good, oh my God, that's how good that calf machine is at that gym. It is insane how great it is. So I am looking forward to going back there again to doing that. And also going there to try out different workouts. You know, like if I went today, they have a, what is it called? Trap bar. So I could try to do farmer's carry using the trap bar, which would be an interesting and different, you know, feeling than doing it with dumbbells. So that is something. Besides that, feeling good, feeling great. Got some good sleep last night, really good sleep, even though we switched the bed out. So we got a new bed. So that's a conclusion to that arc in its entirety. Although I talked about it in the video, so never mind. You already know. Today I'm looking forward to this workout. Weekend is my birthday weekend, so I'm gonna have to deal with the diet dodging, although it shouldn't be that bad. I only have really planned 2 big meals per se. One is a little bit healthier than the other one. I just have to watch out. Got to be a little bit aware, a little bit careful, not let it snowball too hard, because I can and will let it snowball if I don't monitor it. Right now, it's looking good. I'm excited for both meals. I'm looking forward to both of them. Oh, and then I guess since we're talking about the weekend, I guess we'll have this subject to talk about. This is going to be the weirdest subject I could think of, but it is something relevant to me personally, so that's why I have to talk about it quickly, and that is Fortnite. I cannot believe I'm making an episode about Fortnite. The reason why I'm talking about Fortnite is because recently they added Solid Snake and Raiden and Old Snake to the skins on Fortnite, and I'm like, all right, I don't hate Fortnite, but it's just not for me. I think like multiplayer games nowadays, it's just not for me anymore. I can't do it. Like, it pisses me off too much, and there's too much time commitment for something like that. So I'm like, all right, that's where I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna, but I'm also, I understand it. Like, I've played it, I get it, but I'm also like, nah, it's too much. But now, being the Metal Gear connoisseur that I am, I have to sit there and think, do I really want to buy the season pass for this one? Okay, 3 skins and items of a character of a game that I love for a game that I don't even like. So then it's like, and not even that I don't even like, it's a game that I will play for these skins and then probably never touch it again after. So the question is it worth it? Is the fandom enough to bring me into something that I actually don't really care about, enough to care about it, to spend money for it and then go back for it? You know, this is one of those things where I think I want to use this time to openly discuss it and maybe think about it a little bit, you know, because honestly, it's like, all right, where would I play it? Realistically, I'd play it on the Switch because I could play it on the couch. I don't want to play Fortnite on the PC, but it would be superior on the PC. All right, if I have my account linked, so that wouldn't matter, so I'd keep the skin regardless of where I play it. So that's like, all right, fine, that's whatever. But I'm also like, all right, do I want to spend the $20 to $30, because I don't know how much a season pass is. I don't know how much a season pass is nowadays. Do I want to spend those $20 or $30 on one skin and get the snake skin? You know what I mean? Like, do I need to do, like, I know that they have missions now, that's the thing, so you have to do missions to unlock certain items and stuff. So yeah, do I want to do that is a whole other discussion. It's like, all right, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Like, do I want to sink the probably 4 to 6 hours that it'll take me in order to get all of the Metal Gear related items for a game that I will probably never pick up again? Is my fandom for Metal Gear enough to overcome that? Is it enough of a fandom for one thing to overcome the obvious pitfalls of the other thing in order to get it, you know? And then it's like, all right, now I'm questioning fandomism and all that other stuff. Like, do I really need to get this stuff? Am I a fan if I don't get it? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, sure, I have bought in the first 3 games, I would say 4 times, I think, in my life. each. So, you know, that's already a lot of money to Konami and not Kojima. So, I don't know. Maybe me being more of a Metal Gear fan, I should probably finish Death Stranding this weekend more than anything. But I also don't even know. It's a very strange issue because it's like I don't want to play it. I have a little interest in playing it just because I know what the game is like. It's fun, especially if you have people that you know and you can play with. It's a fun game. I'm not gonna like sit here and be like, you know, I don't get it. I get it. I 100% get it. And they also added the whatchamacallit. They also added that one mode, non-build, and that would be appealing to me because I don't want to build. I'm no interest in that. But still, it's just one of those things where I'm like, all right, is the fandom worth it? Do I really care to get this, what is in essence a stamp on the fan card that is Metal Gear? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and honestly, I think at this point, I've gotten to the point now in my fandom where I'm like, all right, I can't do this over and over and over again. But also, I'm kind of like, it is an excuse to play Fortnite. It's an excuse to play video games, you know, get into something for like a little bit, just dip my toe into something. I don't know. Maybe I think I'm leaning towards not doing it, obviously, just because it's like, ugh. But also, I guess I'll have to, I'll see this weekend if I find time for it. That's the other thing, if I find time for it. And I think there will be time for it. But that's the other thing too, is like, I think that there will be time to get the Fortnite in. So it's just a matter of, will I spend the X amount of money on it so then that way I can do it? Honestly, the conversation the other day with fandoms and getting into stuff has really kind of like, I thought about it even more now, and I'm like, all right, like, I think like a hardcore fandomism, like, you know, like a diehard, like I'm gotta get everything of this or that, and it's just kind of not feeling that anymore. So I don't think I'm gonna play it, but if I do, you'll be the first to know, most likely, obviously, because I'll probably talk about it. But just a quick side note on Fortnite, the fact that it's still popular is kind of crazy to me personally. I remember when people were saying that game was gonna die within like 6 months of it coming out, and it's been what, like, isn't it like it's 6 years plus now, which is insane. I mean, yeah, that is quite literally just one game that's lasted this long and been this popular. That's still mainstream. There you go. Because I was gonna say there are games that have been popular for a lot longer, like StarCraft or something like that. Diablo, like Diablo 2 particularly, like those old school games that are still popular amongst certain people. League is another one. But Fortnite is just like, you'd see the memes of people praying for its death, and yet it's still around. And now it's like they just have everybody. So it's like, all right, who's next basically on Fortnite? You know, that's the real, it's very interesting how much people hate that and hated it, and now people are just kind of like, all right, I guess it's just kind of become the norm for video games, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. I don't want to get too into the actual video game side. I just want to focus on Fortnite because it is the most relevant right now for me personally. It is something that I'm shocked to see it still being so popular, and honestly, it's good for them. Good for them, and good for the people who invested in the game, so then their stuff is actually like keeps going. You know what I mean? They didn't waste their money. You know, that's all. But that's a whole other discussion. I don't want to get into that. Anyways, enough about Fortnite. Maybe we'll talk about Fortnite when we come back. Maybe we'll talk about something else. We'll have to wait and see. But I will see you on the inside. All right. So starting here with overhead press. I hate doing it here because I kind of have to clean it up, but it is what it is. Had to do what I had to do. So while listening to this episode over again, and I can tell you from the future that this happened about a few days ago, so I did not end up playing Fortnite over the weekend. I ended up not doing any of that. I actually ended up not having time to do it. I actually ended up doing some other stuff instead. I ended up hanging out with a couple of friends that I hadn't seen in a little while, so that was pretty fun instead. While listening to this and going through some of the things that I was thinking about, I think as I got older now, my fandomism for things has diminished quite severely. I think what it is now is that I'm like, all right, I get that I'm being sold on things, and I don't care to be sold on things. Like, sure, certain things will always get me, like Metal Gear items and stuff like that, or things that interest me that I'm willing to buy, maybe a t-shirt or two, it just depends, you know, articles of clothing and stuff. But things like video games that would once, like, I would need it or want it, or like fandomism that I was like big on certain aspects of things, you know what I mean? I'm not really too into the buying of stuff anymore. That's like, I will say I wouldn't mind buying certain things just to support the artists or support the people that I like, because obviously there are things like that, I get it. But when it comes down to being on top of everything about a certain subject or whatever, or particular item or series or anything like that, I don't think I'm not as diehard as I once was. And I think this just has to do with age and stuff. Personally, I think that as I've grown older and have grown slightly less wiser, not slightly wiser, I think that the dogmatism about certain things like PlayStation versus Xbox, or even like squat, bench, deadlift here at the gym, I think has just gone at the wayside. Been more open to other realms and ideas, or just not even getting too deep into certain aspects of things. Like I got deep into fitness and lifting, but that's just because I want to see results and want to see things work. But that's just its own thing versus something like, you know, you see like the craze with the Stanley Cups and stuff like that. I'm like, it's just a cup, you know? Sure, I don't get it. But even then, I don't spend my time on social media consuming the stuff that will get me into that type of stuff. As well as, like I said before, I know when I'm being sold at, and I don't like that. I know that that's a weird thing to think about, but I know that when I'm being sold something, it makes me want it less, you know? I have no interest in that. Personally, now that I've gotten older, had to really grind these last reps out, but I love the intensity. You can see I'm really struggling to get these out, and it's great. Love it. 10 out of 10. Gotta take it to failure. Couldn't get it last one. Boom. I think as well, using my time more effectively on things that are more tangible has been something else as well. So like something along the lines of tangible things that will improve my life rather than just be shiny objects and stuff. So if I buy something nowadays, like if I were to buy like this camera that I bought for this series, something that has been very useful to me, because one, I get to rewatch all of my workouts, and two, release these as videos, and three, reassess how my form is and stuff. It lets me see what's going on with my body, and allows me to make changes in certain ways that I do certain exercises, which has been actually very useful. I think now, realizing it, I think that I'd rather use my time more effectively than playing video games. And I hate saying that, because even when playing video games, it's hard to get into the leisure mode. It's like, it feels like there's a possible empty feeling that I'll be having, that I'm like, I could be using this time to be doing something more. And there's going to be a future episode that's going to be talking about that, so I don't want to get too into that. But yeah, I think what it is that I think now I've kind of come to terms with that. I'm not going to own every single X, Y, or Z, and I'm not going to be the mega fan, you know? And that's fine. It's weird. It's like, it took me forever to get to that point where I'm like, all right, I don't need to own the Japanese version of Metal Gear. Although I could have bought it, actually. That was actually almost on the deck over the summer, but I didn't end up doing it because that was what, like $30+ I was going to use on a game that I couldn't even use technically, and I wouldn't be able to. It would just be there to sit on a shelf, emptily sitting there. And I think doing stuff like that nowadays is just not worth it at all. So it is what it is. I think part of me thinks that it's growing older, part of me thinks that it's growing wiser. Who knows? Maybe it's just because I'm broke because I don't have a job. But then again, I think even with a job, I'd rather spend my money on other things, better things, like, you know, a house, or, you know, just more things to advance my life in a way, rather than just objects that are just going to end up sitting there. And I think that's the big thing, is like, now I want to sit there. If I'm going to buy something, I want it to be useful for my time. So that is what it is. Am I going to be hurt about not getting Snake on the Fortnite skin? Probably, maybe a little bit in the future, but then again, I don't think I will be at the end of the day. I'll be all right. I'll live. I can live without playing Fortnite again in my life. I think it'll be all right. I'll leave you with this message, since I want to leave something of value. Is there anything that you guys are still stuck on? Let's say a fandomism that you'll purchase of something, or anything like that, to, you know, your fandomism, you gotta like stamp it, like I said earlier. You know, is there anything like that for you guys? I'm curious to hear in the comments below. But I mean, for real, it is curious, and it's like, this would be a good time to self-reflect on as to why you're still into this type of stuff, and also if it's worth still being into this type of stuff. If you like it for leisure, obviously that's a good thing, but you know, there are some times where you hang on or cling on to something from the past just for
whatever nostalgia reasons, when in the end it's just a waste of time and or money. But it all just depends. That's up to you. That's for self-reflection time.
Fortnite, 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 Fortnite. And we're back. Welcome to the workout debriefing. Exercises not filmed. Farmer's carries, because I couldn't find a spot again. It was very packed in that area. So I was like, all right, man, the window is fogging up like crazy. Holy shit. I need to either I gotta get the window defogger going, because if not, I won't be able to see. Anyways, while today's workout was pretty good. Good vampire killer. My arms felt like they were going to explode in a good way. Not in a terrible way, but in a good way. So that was nice. I felt great. I felt excellent. Felt like I looked great afterward. I feel like this mic placement is actually probably the best so far. I'm gonna have to see what I do during the summer. Might have to buy a hat for just like the car portions, because I feel like this is the best thing. Ooh, this guy's wearing an itchy and scratchy hoodie. I actually like that a lot. Wait, I can't see anything. Hold on, can't see cataracts. There you go. But overall, it was a good workout. We'll figure out the mic placement later in the world. What the fuck is happening? Mic placement, good. We'll figure it all out in the near future. Anyways, the workout was good. I think whilst I was doing... What the fuck? Okay. Whilst doing the workout, I was thinking about the Fortnite question, indeed, the Fortnite question. And I thought about it, and I think with everything else that's going to happen this weekend, with my birthday and all that, I'm going to just skip on the entire snake thing. Mostly because, personally, yeah, I was thinking of it like those systems, like the limited edition, like PSP that came out that was Metal Gear related, or the PS4 or PS3 that was Metal Gear related. Actually, there was a PS4 that was Metal Gear related that was limited edition. And I'm like thinking about these things, and I'm like, fuck, it would have been nice to have these things, obviously, but I don't feel like I'm missing anything. The PSP, I only would say I'm missing because I wanted that one, and I don't have a PSP 2000 or 3000, and I wanted one of those because those were a lot more compact and thinner than the original, because I have the original. But that's a whole other discussion. But even then, I'm like, all right, will I go out of my way to find some of these things? I will go out of my way to find the PSP if I can ever find it easily and in good condition. But besides that, I'm not like, oh my god, I don't have the metal gray PS3, the Diamond Dogs PS4, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, this is just a skin on a Fortnite game, you know? So I think I cannot see out this window. Just gonna risk my not having it type deal and just kind of go with the, nah, I'm not gonna get it. You know, I think my fandom will still be intact in the fact that I have all the games multiple times across multiple systems, and you know, a few other things like that. And besides, if I'm really a fan, I should probably finish Death Stranding. I should finish that if I really want to say I'm a fan. Also, if you want to say you're a fan of something else, of Metal Gear, have you played Snatcher? I didn't think so. All right. Have you played, what is the other one? Police Knots? I didn't think so. I played Police Knots. I beat Police Knots in 2 days. You can find it on a ROM translation of it. Go! The English translation of the ROM. It is a great game. Would recommend Police Knots to people. It takes a little bit to set up, but it's like, as soon as it's set up, it's fine. And it's relatively quick. Took me 2 8-hour days. Whole other thing, my fandom card, although it won't be complete, I think I'll live. It's just like more recently, I'm a big PlayStation guy. I haven't gotten a PS5. Am I like, oh my god, I need to get one? Not even close. It's just like, I'm done with being a loyal fanboy to something like that, to a company, but mostly PlayStation. And two, there's no exclusive games or anything like that, so there's absolutely zero point in me going like all crazy to try to get the new system. So that one is what it is. With that being said, Fortnite. Good job. You know, if I could have invested in Fortnite somehow, that would have been a good investment. But then again, do I really want to invest in a video game? You know, that's a whole other discussion. And we'll have that some other day. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I will be back on tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things that YouTubers beg for. I'm going to make like a sponsorship video that's just me begging for those things. Maybe not on the hands and the knees, but just like something funny, so then that way I can reel them in with the humor, but who knows. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate anything you do. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next episode. Peace.